Hey everyone, welcome to Stabicraft On The Sound. If you haven't already subscribed, reach down there, hit that subscribe button, really helps us out. And if you like the video afterwards, hit the like button there as well. So today I will be doing the majority of the 200-hour service. In particular, I'm changing a couple of temperature senders since the engine kicked off an over temp on us last time we were out. So I'm going to start out by changing the oil. You can see I already have the cap that covers it is pulled off, and it's really simple process the way they've set this up. The cover actually clips on over the top of the drain spout and makes basically a sled, if you want to call it that, to deliver the used oil. So for me, I have an old kerosene can that I have used for ages to become my used oil carrier. So I have got that off. We'll grab a ratchet here. This is a 12 millimeter, I believe, drain bolt. And then to ease everything getting into the location it's supposed to go, I have a nice funnel that slips on right over that. And the whole thing, at least for my dock, nests down in the corner of it, does down into the 5-gallon trash can we keep on the boat as a trash can. Try and pull the rest of this by finger so I don't drop the bolt down in here and have a bigger mess to deal with. And I do have the dipstick on the top of the motor pulled loose to let some airflow get in there. So you can see it's draining pretty quick. And I did bring with me some brake and parts cleaner. So once this is done and this is back in there where it belongs, I can wipe that down, pull that chunk of plastic out and hose it off a bit and wipe it off. And again, I think this time last weekend we had probably close to a foot of snow on the ground in some places, but unlike the rest of the country, it doesn't last too long up here in the lower elevations. So we're pretty much down to normal now. I'm wearing shorts and t-shirt today and a light jacket. I think the high is like 45 out. Looks like we're down to the last little trickle coming out here. Give it another minute and then get this cleaned up and back. Looks like we're pretty much done draining. So I'm gonna start getting the drain plug back in here. And on a drain plug, I will torque that to 18 foot-pounds. If I can find the right angle to get in here. There we go. that gets the bulk of it off. The rest we'll just wipe off some shop towels. And there we go, no drop on the ground. Still got a little bit of wiping off to do on this. If you get a fresh shop towel. It's the way the clip is cut, it still does let some run back down through here, which so there's no way to keep from making a small mess doing an oil change. If there is, I've yet to ever do it. Floss back in here and see if we can get every last little drop of oil off of this thing before it goes into the water. And be giving another squirt out here with the parts cleaner. Wipe out anything that made its way inside here. Which really doesn't look like much, Vinny. And with that, the oil is now drained. Now we'll move up top and get some fresh oil in here. All right, with the addition of fresh oil, we'll also be changing the oil filter. And the guidebook, if you look here, this is straight out of the owner's manual, says 7.1 US quarts with oil filter change. So we'll be putting in just shy of 2 gallons of oil here. So there's 4 quarts. You see on the side of the bottle they measure it out in liters, but they got quart, right? So I have some left over from my last oil change. So we'll put in the remainder of this. We'll get us up to just a hair over 1 quart. Then we'll use 2 quarts out of the last new bottle I have. So now we will add 2 quarts and we should be full. About another quart to go. think leveled out, that's right at another 2 quarts. So that should be our 7 quarts we need. Wipe off the edge of the bottle here. And I will get our oil filler cap back on. And then next step will be the spin-on filter. I'll hop down here and we'll get that next. Here we go with the spin-on filter change. I brought a filter wrench just in case, as I have done this before where it was an absolute necessity. But since I've been doing it, apparently putting them on there as tight as I would normally do on a car or anything else, it isn't as bad. So I was able to finger loosen this one already. So put this one on, looks like it was October 30th last year at 133 miles was the last time I did the oil change. So I've got a Ziploc bag ready to go here. The idea is as soon as this thing pops loose, I can tip it up, drop it in this, and hopefully keep from making any kind of mess or getting oil all over the ground or anywhere else. I got a bunch of towels, shop towels stuffed under here to catch any overflow or runoff. So we'll get this thing off of here and tip it up right as quick as we can to keep from spilling as much as possible. And it hasn't ran in a few weeks, so there may not be much there. Yeah, looks like without it having been running a few weeks, really nothing to spill here. So we'll still go ahead and bag that one up. We'll take my shop towels and dab up around the sealing ring, the machine section. All right. Got the brand new Honda filter here ready to go on, which is part number 15400-PLM-A02. So, and it is a genuine Honda filter. And then as far as the dab of oil that you should always put around the O-ring so it doesn't fuse itself to this, I'm just going to use my pinky finger to dip a little into the bottom of what's left in the well here. And that should be more than enough to coat this O-ring, right? Put a real thin coat around the sealing surface as well. We will thread this on and the oil change portion of this will be finished. And you can see the little marks here, right, from when it first went tight to the extra bit of a turn it gets. So that's on plenty solid. Next thing I will do now is go ahead and take my set of gloves off. Grab another shop towel. Wipe that off well. And then reach into my pocket for my silver Sharpie. And with the silver Sharpie, I will put today's date, which is February, what is the 19th? 18th? I'm gonna put 19th, it's gotta be close enough. 19th, 21, and it had 100 All right, brief break there to swap out GoPro batteries. So anyway, what I've done is taken my silver Sharpie and marked down the date and the hours, which was 193, that this filter was done. That way, if there's ever any questioning it, it's pretty easy to look and know what that was. So oil level, haven't checked yet. It will be high since we've just put in a lot of fresh oil, but have not ran the engine yet. Or maybe not, since the oil filter does drain back into the block. But you can see a nice shiny fresh oil up to the top mark, so everything is ready to go there. So with that out of the way, the last thing we'll be doing here is pulling the thermostats out of the top and changing the 2 temperature senders that are located on top. And then there should be another temp sender somewhere over in this general area that may also be the one causing us problems. So hoping to get this sorted out before we go out. Next trip out, we'll be ripping up and down the inlet here in front of the marina until we're satisfied. If we go out 30-40 miles, it's not going to leave us stuck there because it thinks the engine's running too hot. So I'll cut this for now and get the camera relocated.